Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is a late review. Okay, I can admit that is a late review for Married at First Sight, season 10, episode 4. But y'all know is so boring. Like the first 6 episodes is just boring. It's got the wedding, the reception, and the beginning of the honeymoon. So let's just get through this thing or whatever, because we don't care about this too much. We gotta wait till like episode 7 and 8, you know what I'm saying, to get into some goodness or whatever. But first things first, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to do what? Subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Censor yourselves. Okay, you can also follow me on IG and our Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. You can also like, comment, and share this video on your social media. But let's get started, okay, on these boring ass couples, Jessica and Austin. I feel like the premise of this episode for each of the couples, sorry, y'all move it around, for each of these couples was, you know what I'm saying, getting to the hotel room, being weird, going to bed, and waking up. So that's really what everybody did. You know what I'm saying? We see Jessica and Austin as being very weird. They're a weird pair. They're weird separately. They're weird together. It's kind of cute, but I feel like it may get annoying after a while because she keeps laughing and I don't know what. And it was like, I can't get out my wedding dress. Well, ask him to unbutton your wedding dress, because again, we get that you can reach the buttons in the back. Someone had to help you get into it, so clearly you should just ask him to help you get out of it, okay? But I'm like, whatever. Anyway, they two awkward peas in the pod. That is what Jessica said or whatever. But they put on their pajamas and go to bed. Okay, they would sleep, whatever. I do think they kiss before bed though, like a little kiss or whatnot, whatever. And the next morning, they still get up and they still awkwardly together because, you know, oh my God, I want a stranger. I'm like, has none of these people ever had a one night stand? Or if they have had one night stands, maybe no one ever spent the night. Maybe they just, you know what I'm saying, slept with them and the person left right after sex. Not sure. So they did not have sex on the first night. I'm not surprised. They can barely kiss without being awkward. I don't think they can have sex without it being very, very awkward or whatever. Now, we do see each spouse meets with the other person's family. Now, I was barely watching because, again, it was boring, okay? I wasn't really listening, mainly because these two people are so similar. The conversation they were having was boring and basic, okay? The family like her, the family like him, I didn't really care, whatever. She met with his mom, grandmother, and dad, and then he met with the sister-in-law, the sister, and the brother-in-law. Again, it was boring stuff. It was really boring stuff. I didn't really care at all, okay? It was some bull crap. We then have Mindy and Zach. Now they're in a room, and they're looking at each other like, ooh, I would be with you. It's how they're looking at each other, okay? Now he's looking at her like, oh, you know what? I can bang you a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit everywhere, okay? And she is very much so attracted to her husband, and she brings him back. She's wiping her makeup off. I really hope he likes how I look with no makeup, because I usually do not wear this much makeup, these fake lashes or whatever. I don't do all of that. And I say, well, I mean, she took it off, and she looked the same to me. To me, she did not look any different. Just her lips weren't this pink, okay? Now, I'm like, whatever. So, they put on their pajamas, and they also do what? Go to bed, okay? Now, they did kiss before, but I wrote that down. Now, when I wake up the next morning, she's like, oh my God, I cannot believe I'm married to this man. Oh my God, he's so amazing. I'm like, he's not. Zach is a whole fuckboy. I can see it just come out his pores. Okay, don't trust him or whatever. Now, he like, it's weird because we're still strangers, but we're married or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he making he pouring us some coffee and just a towel with his chest is all out or whatnot. I said, oh, he's advertising for the masses. For the masses. He came on this show for attention, to let people see how attractive he is, see his body, let them know that he's into fitness, he's a model. He is being an opportunist in the situation, and he might get a wife, okay? Anyway, and she likes watching him walk around in a towel. I feel like she wants to have sex with him, and he is like, oh, let me be a gentleman and not do it to her yet. I want to wait, because he wants to what? Have all the attention on him. He wants to seem like a great guy. He is on here for attention. It's, girl, I'm telling you. Now, they also did not have sex yet, and he did say he wants to be a gentleman, but I think he's lying. I don't trust Zach. I don't trust Zach because I can throw Zach, and I don't even know Zach, so I can't throw him anywhere. So again, I don't trust him at all. Okay. Anyway, Mindy meets with the his family, and they tell her, like, you know what I'm saying, if y'all can have a deep connection, you know what I'm saying, and if you can challenge him mentally, it'll be fine. He likes people to challenge him mentally. I said, no, he wants attention. Okay, that's what he wants. Now, they also tell her, if you make yourself vulnerable, then he'll let his guard down. What? So I have to be a vulnerable person just for him to, girl, no. Which means to me, he likes somebody who he feels needs him. He's an opportunist. Anyway, they also brings up how he does not show emotion, okay, when responding to any situation. So, you know what I'm saying? He's always in control of his emotions. He's a murderer. Okay, gonna say that. Anyway, so he meets with her sister and the one friend, okay, that's who he meets with. And like, so why did you come on the show? Was it to really get married? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you want to get married before you came on here, or once you found out you was accepted, did you really think, oh, I can really get married? Okay, I'll do this or whatever. He said, well, you never know where opportunities can come from, no matter if it's a career thing, love, or relationships. I'm looking like, what does your career have? Okay, again, he's in this for advancement of his self. Okay, so she then says, so when this came up, you know what I'm saying, I thought, why not do it? And the friend then said, well, it seemed like you on the show. No. Well, it seems like being on the show would be a win-win for you, because you would get a wife, but also get exposure, because it seems that you're a model and stuff. Oh, well, no, that's not what I meant, or whatever I'm saying. It's not like that. Yes, it is. The friend can see it the same way that we can see it. She spots it or whatever. And the friend brings up, I don't know if I can trust what he's saying just yet. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Mindy gonna fall in love and get her heart broken. That's what's going to happen. I saw it before they got. The minute they showed him and his little thing, he was running around, exercising, and speaking about his business stuff. I'm like, okay. It's a way a person can be just genuinely working out and genuinely, you know what I'm saying, this is my business or whatever, and now I want someone to share it with, versus Zach, who was more promoting himself, his business stuff, his body. And then they're like, oh, and I can possibly find a wife. Don't like it. I don't like it at all, okay? Anyway, we then have Taylor and Brandon. Now, we already heard that the Brandon filed for divorce, annulment from Taylor. But I also heard from people who spoke close to them that they have a love-hate relationship or whatever, and when they be fussed and fight, they do things to hurt the other. So they say that he might have filed for the annulment because they were upset with each other and they may stay together. I say, girl, I don't know, but whatever happens is gonna happen. So we see, you know what I'm saying, they get back to the hotel room or whatever, and he gives her a Tiffany's necklace, and the pendant says Mrs. Reed. Oh my god. Oh my god, thank you so much, Brandon. It was real cute. It was real cute, okay? And I'm like, you can see she likes him. She like him and he like her. But there's still something in the water that's like a little bit rocky. I don't know what it is yet or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She's like, well, it's still weird to get undressed in front of a whole stranger. I'm like, you need to get... I feel like this. I feel like if you come on this show, you should not keep saying how weird it is to be doing this with a stranger, because my thing is, that's the whole point of the show. That's the whole point. So my thing is, you literally knew what you were getting yourself into. So my thing is, if you're not comfortable being comfortable or getting comfortable in situations, you should not come on this show. If I was to go on Married at First Sight and I was hooked up with whoever, I would be open to everything, because that's the point of the show. I would not want to sit around and be feeling uncomfortable the whole time, because then where's the fun in that? Ain't no fun in that. Ain't no fun in that. And sometimes, because you're married now, I's married now, just have fun with it, okay? Because at the end of the day, as long as you use condoms, you won't get the STD and you won't get pregnant. And if it goes wrong, you can always get another within 7 weeks. But to spend the wedding night, to spend so much time not wanting to be open to it, it aggravates me. And I think each spouse in one way did that. I'm looking like, why come on the show? That's like being a prostitute, not want to suck dick. It's a part of the game, homie. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, because I just assume prostitutes suck dick. That's what I think. So, you know what I'm saying? He said he liked that chemistry. Like, we have chemistry, whatever. And so whatever happens, happens. They do have an attraction to each other. They do have this chemistry. But at the same time, they both a little bit standoffish with it too. So, you know, they went to bed too. They did kiss before bed, but they went to bed. Now, the next morning, they both wake up happy to be married to one another, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. They talked most of the night to get to know each other. I think that's smart. They did not have sex. They just talked all night. That's cool. And again, we see them meeting up with each part of the family. I was barely listening because it was boring. I did, because she met with his mom and his aunt. She kept laughing at stuff because she was nervous, and her nervous was weird to me. Her laugh was weird to me in the aspect of, you keep laughing, ain't nothing funny. It's like, calm down. They just two other human beings. They can't make it work. You know, just to cut it out. So, you know, the mama like, I don't even remember what they was saying, because it came on so many days ago. Because he met with her cousin, aunt, and the mom. And, you know, they're like, well, so how do you like being married? Like, how did you like this? How you like that? He's like, well, I don't know. I just woke up. I'm like, oh, well, I wish I could sleep in. I also feel like it's the night after a wedding. They probably tired and hungover. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. So, the aunt then asked him, well, why are you not married? You know what I'm saying? You 33. I say, well, hell, your niece ain't married either. Okay, I really wish people would stop asking other people, why are you not married? Unless they say, well, I killed all my wives. That's a bad reason to not be married. But I feel like if someone isn't married because they just haven't found that one, that's the reason. JayLees, why aren't you married? I haven't found a husband yet. There's no other reason besides I have not found someone who I don't want to punch in the face every day. Okay? Period. You know what I'm saying? That's why I am single, because I'm like, I don't want to settle. So, but when I meet someone that's worth it, trust and believe I will get married. Okay? And y'all might see it. Anyway, so he just say, you know what I'm saying, he ain't found the one yet. You know what I'm saying? He just was out in these streets just chilling or whatever. Now, they like, we want to be sure that she's in good hands, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? How did you treat your exes, you know what I'm saying? How are you going to take care of her? And he gave some roundabout, you know what I'm saying, I was good to them or whatever, answers, and I'm like, okay, that's good, you know what I'm saying? And how him and Taylor have not even had time to sit down and talk about what they want to be in this marriage. I'm like, that's true. They met yesterday. I think the meeting with the parents or the friends or the family, whatever, should come like 3 or 4, like a week later. Because at that point in time, you've had time to kind of, they haven't really spent any real time with the spouse. You know, I guess so. Anyway, he do say, I want this to work. Okay, I want it to work, and I want it to last for a long time. I want to be her forever. And I say, well, I don't know if that's going to happen, because I was getting fired with Nub and Brandon. Okay, and then we have Mika and Michael. Mika and Michael both seem to be open to the other one. Okay, they both seem to be enjoying each other's company, whatever. It's not awkward yet or whatever. So she tired and want to go to bed. Okay, I want to go to bed. Okay, he like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. They do a little kiss for bed and they go to sleep. And you know, they wake up the next day and she's like, hi, he already up ordering breakfast. I guess he's hungry. But he told her that he loved breakfast. Breakfast was his most favorite meal of the day. And so he up ordering all the food, the omelets, the bagels, the croissants, okay, and all that stuff. Anyway, he brings up how, you know what I'm saying, he just wants to get to know his wife. Okay, that's his main concern, because like, I don't know what she wants for breakfast. I gotta get everything. So they, you know, It was weird. They also did not have sex. Not surprised there. So she go meet with his family. And again, it's like, I'm here for the long haul, whatever I'm saying, and I hope he is too. And, for me, failure is not an option, okay? So I want to be in this forever. Ever, ever, and ever, ever. They do tell her that he doesn't need someone to be pushy. He doesn't like a pushy person or whatever. And, you know what I'm saying, if he feels like he's being pushed, he kind of shuts down. And I'm like, well, I guess that's one thing. And when he meets with her family, the mom, the sister, and the grandmother, whatever, they ask him if he's ever cheated. And he admits he has emotionally. What? I cannot believe I'm like, why are you surprised? Everybody in their life before has cheated. I'm like, that's not a big thing to be surprised about. I mean, if he said he was actively cheating in his last relationship, then that's different. But I mean, like, in his life, yes, I'm pretty sure he cheated one way or the other. And he admitted it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he said that he feels like, they had what it takes to make this marriage work. I say, we gonna see. We're gonna see. And then lastly, we have Derek and Katie, who I think I like the most. But I also feel like I don't want them to hoodwink me and bamboozle me into liking them. And then boom, they some jerks or whatever. So, we see they shitting around, chit-chatting or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And he bring up what the bridesmaid told him that, you know what I'm saying, he should make sure to bang her back out on the honeymoon. On the wedding night. Give her some D. Give her the D. Oh my God. I cannot believe they would say that. I thought they would tell you that I was allergic to latex. I said, what? So she's, I don't know if it was a joke or for real, but she's, I guess, allegedly is allergic to latex. I'm like, so does that mean that you, don't use condoms? Do you use, sheepskin? How does that go that you don't catch an STD or get pregnant? I'm not sure, okay? But he oh, okay, so we'll handle that when the time comes, okay? I'm like, girl, I don't know what's going to happen. So, again, they go to bed, too. They do kiss before bed or whatever. They wake up. They did not have sex. Now, they do say things got hot and heavy. But they did not let the penis enter the vagina. I'm like, so did y'all give each other head? Did y'all finger bang each other? I don't know. But they did not have sexual intercourse. So I don't know what that can mean. But things got hot and heavy. To me, hot and heavy between two adults mean somebody finger banged the other one, okay, in one way or the other. Somebody used their hands on somebody. It was some heavy petting. Somebody was on some boobs and stuff. That's what it was. But I'm like, at that point, just do it. But I don't care. So we get and see the spouses meet with the families again. I wasn't really listening because it's the same thing they kind of talked about at the wedding, at the reception. Girl, I don't care, okay? It didn't matter to me. Her daddy do think they gonna work out. Okay, that's fine. When he meets with her parents or whatever, he do talk to her father in private too, and he then asks her father for his blessing to marry her, because I feel like even though we've already got married, there are still certain things that I should have done. You know what I'm saying? Because one of those things is asking her father for her hand in marriage. I do feel like you could have done that later on when you really want to be with her. But I get him. It was cute. It was cute and it's fine, okay? And the dad said, I feel comfortable with you, so you do have my blessing. I say, okay, cool, okay? And then I guess we can separate these all, because we then find out each couple is going on their honeymoon, okay? Honeymoon. And I feel like, they're going to Panama. And I'm like, well, okay, Panama must be somewhere within the country. I don't know where Panama is. And I'm like, is it in America? Is it like Puerto Rico? I don't know. And don't judge me, whatever, because I ain't been there before. Anyway, so they're all going to Panama. And I know it's like an island, but that's really it. So the couples are all, saying, oh my God, yay, Panama, I'm going to Panama. And I'm like, well, have fun. Have fun here, have fun there, have fun everywhere. So, they all go to Panama. Now, they all meet up at the airport or whatever. They fly over or whatever. And then we see them at the hotel. And then each couple is saying, oh, the tension is thick between Mika and Michael. Oh, wait, no. these two right here, okay? And like like they ain't even acting like a couple, like they really acting like two strangers who was put on a trip. Because I say, well, technically they are, because they met 2 days ago, so they it is what it is. So we then find out what happened between Mika and Michael, who is right here. Okay, so Mika says that Michael said on the plane right there, if she didn't have sex with him during the honeymoon, he would not want to stay in the marriage. And I said, oh wow. Oh wow. And she does not like that. She also feel like he'd be one way on camera, like he wants to wait. He wants to leave it up to her. He wants to be this nice little gentleman, whatever. But off camera, he different. Off camera, he like, I want you to bang. We gotta have sex before doing the honeymoon, or I can't stay in the marriage. So she is upset with that ultimatum that he gave her. And I'm like, okay, cool. So they sit down and they talking. Now, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? She's upset because you can't put no time frame on when I sleep with you. He's kind of denying he said it, but he's also not denying he said it. It's weird, and she's pissed, but I can't believe it or whatever. And I feel like the way that you talk to me off camera may be the real you, and the way you spoke to the judges on camera is the fake you. So had you been the way you are with me off camera, we may not have even been matched up. So how do I know this is the real, union if you are not who you portrayed yourself to be? And I said, well, that's a good thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I can't give all of myself to you when I don't know what you're saying is real or fake. And she just don't trust him right now, mainly because, again, she feel like he's different on camera than he is off. Okay, now it's weird because if he said, look, I am who I am. The vows I wrote was real. You know, saying what I said to the professionals was real too. However, I do want to be honest about intimacy and expectations before, it's 2 months down the line, okay? And I wanted to put it out there from the beginning so that later on down the line, it's not an issue. I never meant to make you feel uncomfortable, and I'm fine with waiting. I feel two different ways about this. You know what? It's too much on my screen. So I feel two different ways about this conversation between Mika and Michael. I do feel like Michael said it. I do feel like he said it to her. But I also feel like she took it the wrong way in this way. And the only reason I'm saying this is because he said, I can't let you make me feel bad for not knowing how to have a conversation with a person I don't know. I do feel like sometimes he seems to be a blunt person. I think he said it not thinking that she would be offended. And I think there's a difference between I'm saying this off camera because I don't want people to know that I want to bang you, versus we have a conversation off camera and I'm like, I expect us to have sex eventually, hopefully by the time we done with our honeymoon, because that's like a weekend. And I told you before, I do feel like if I was on the show, I would want to have sex with the person within the that first week, because I want to see what the sex is like. I don't want to wait 7 weeks. I would not want to do that. But however, it's all in how you say it. And I feel like he probably said it in a fucked up way, and it pissed her off. And again, it can come off as the complete opposite of what you have been saying. But I also feel like it's nothing wrong with having the intimacy conversation with your spouse. I don't see an issue with that. And if he expects sex eventually, don't you think it's right for him to let you know that up front? So that way, if you don't like it, you have every right to be upset, pissed off, and not want to be with him. But I don't think it's fair for either of them to make the other one feel like they can't express themselves and how they see fit. I don't think what he said was rude or disrespectful. I think it was him giving her his expectation. You know what I'm saying? And it's true. I don't know how to talk to you to not make you upset because I don't know you. So I don't know me saying that would piss you off the same way, she didn't know her reacting that way would cause something to then say, well, you know what, let's sleep apart tonight. You know what I'm saying? We need some space or whatever. I'll give you the hotel room for the night and now I'll sleep elsewhere and that'll be it. You know what I'm saying? And look, well, can you just admit that you said this off camera? And her thing was she wanted him to admit that he said these things off camera. And his thing was, but that ain't really what I said. But you said it, and I'm like, oh my God. And the whole back and forth thing between the two of them, and now they fussing or whatever. And he like, okay, again, we're going to spend the night separated, you know what I'm saying? And you have your time, I have my time. I don't see an issue with saying I would want to have sex with you by the end of the honeymoon, because if not, I don't know if I would want to stay in this marriage. I may not have added that open the ending part, but I would have said this is my expectation. This is my expectation. And then when she said, well, you can't put a time limit, you know what I'm saying, on when we had sex, and he made a great point, in my opinion. This whole experience is a time limit. We have 7 weeks. We have 7 weeks to figure things out as a marriage, things out as a husband and wife. And I feel like it's a catch-22 that they're both right in their thoughts. She's right to be offended by what he said, but he's right to want to be honest with her about what his expectations are. And the two don't know how to communicate that between each other just yet. And I feel like I like the way that she defended herself and she expressed herself, but I also feel like that shows her age, because she's 25, and I feel like had she took a breath and just thought, so this is what you expect? This is your expectation? He could have said yes, and she could say, okay, fine. You can have that expectation, but I can't guarantee you I'm going to do that, so we shall see what happens. I don't think it had to be an argument, is what I mean by her showing her age. I think by how she confronted him and by how she felt, it made it an argument, and it did not necessarily have to be an argument, but she could have still, expressed herself and not liking what she took as an ultimatum from him. And I do feel like each person on here I feel like each of them is one way on camera and one way off. I think seeing them both talk in that moment, we hadn't seen that side of her yet on camera. The same way we haven't seen how he is off camera. So again, each person is one way on camera and one way off camera. I'm one way on camera, one way off camera. Because when I'm not recording, I'm chilling. I ain't got lipstick on. You know what I'm saying? So I think everybody has to understand that everyone, has an on-camera, off-camera thing. And some things you just won't say on camera. It's things I will not tell y'all on camera, because that's not what I'm supposed to do. But I do think I've had private conversations with people. And, I'm rambling. I just feel like they both need to chill out. They both need to chill out or whatever. And just have the discussion and realize it don't have to be an argument. It's a 7-week time frame on the marriage. And I agree with him saying, like, I don't want to wait 2 months and then we're having an argument about intimacy. I want to have that conversation now in the beginning to avoid it being an issue later. Because again, if it's an issue now, then we won't stay together. I agree with that. But that doesn't mean that I feel like she didn't have the right to speak her piece. So anyway, we then see Minnie and Zach, okay? And they in the hotel room or whatever, and he washing his face? And he so you gonna just stand there and watch me wash my face? I'm like, what? Why can't she watch you? No, you gonna stand there and talk to me as I watch I said, why can't she talk while you watch? I was so confused, whatever. And she said he make her feel like he doesn't treat her as lovingly as she's seen the other spouses treat each other. Okay, so it's different for her. And then, he I'm not going to really be, you know what I'm saying, based on how we are, based on how the other couples are, whatever, you know what I'm saying, because I'm not as touchy-feely as they are. And I'm like, fine. He also brings up how he doesn't want to force PDA, which I think is fine. However, I do think that Zach has seemed to be two different ways, because when he said to her, oh, you're going to just watch me, when he said you're going to stand there and talk to me while I watch my face, I said, oh, that's different. It was a difference in his tone. He wasn't as nice. Okay? And I feel like even though you are not a big PDA person, there's still a way to show affection to the person who's your wife. Because again, yesterday you was showing her affection. Yes, y'all was kissing, hugging, whatever. It wasn't a big deal. So it's that weird thing. I don't get it. So okay, well, fine. I'm saying I'm gonna go to bed. I'm too tired to take a shower. I'll take a shower in the morning. You're like, really? People act like if you take look, I prefer showers in the mornings because I want to be woken up with the hot water. I don't mind the shower before bed, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm too tired, I will go to shower. I will go to bed and take a shower in the morning. I do both. It just depends on how. It depends. Sometimes I take a shower before I come on here and record, and then I'm, clean or whatever, and I go to bed then. I don't take a bath or shower right before bed. But they have been traveling. So, I would need to get that airport travel off me, but I guess, again, she was tired. Whatever, okay? So, we then see her walking around in the hallways saying she don't want to go back to her room because he told her that, that I'm not building an attraction to you, so what you want me to do? I'm like, so you don't like her and you want her to fix it? I was confused. Just completely confused, whatever. But she like, I just, I can't deal with that, whatever. I don't want to go back in the room. And, you know what I'm saying? He then told her when she said, well, I don't know what you want me to do. And then he said, well, that ain't the right response I was hoping for. I told y'all, Zach is a dirtball or whatever. And now I'm questioning who I married. You should question who you married because Zach is a cornball. Okay, and we will see that happen more and more and more. Anyway, that was the whole episode. I was rambling for some times. But, I gave y'all, I gave y'all what I could give y'all. Anyway, I'm all done. I'm all set. Peace.